Hey y'all, so glad you came back to have another conversation about caregiving and all the things that go with it. It's a hard job, it's a 24-hour-a-day job, and you who do it out there, I feel for you because I do the same thing, And so I'm curious of how other people, how you handle your caregiving duties or your caregiver, let's see, there's a word for it, I can't think of it, like you're not doing enough, or you even though you are, I know I am, and yet I still have times when I'm like, I should have done more. At the end of the day, I'm like, oh, you should have done that different, or you should have done better at that, or I just always go to bed in the evening thinking of all the things that happened throughout the day with my mom, and thinking how I wish I'd have done something different, or I'd have said something different, or acted different, whatever it is. But anyway, I'm curious as to how other people handle that situation. Sometimes I want to cry. Sometimes I always pray to God about it, just to help me make the right decisions on everything that I do, and give me the strength and the courage to do them and do them well. So I really try. Doesn't always make the right decision. So, but what I was saying in my last video was it's not just my mother that I take care of. I also have a 15-year-old. She's my granddaughter, but I've had her whole life, and I adopted her when she was 10, so she's been with me forever. So she's my granddaughter. But anyway, recently she was diagnosed with autism, level 1 autism. So, unless you were around her for a while, you might not really notice much, but there are things that stand out. We've kind of always known things, and I asked her before I made this video if it was okay that I talked about her and some of her struggles, and she said absolutely. So I'm not doing this against her will or just talking about her. But she has ADHD, level 1, like I said, and she also has PTSD and ADHD, and she also has a gastro condition called rumination, where she has thrown up her entire life. Every time she eats or drinks or takes medicine, she throws up. And this has been going on since the day she was born. She was born 3 months premature, and she always threw up her milk when she was a baby. I mean, and I know what people are going to think when I say this. Well, how is she living if she throws up everything? This has been explained to me over the years in many different ways, that some of it stays down. All of it doesn't come back up. All of her food doesn't always come back up. Sometimes it's partially digested, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just food, sometimes it's just liquids. You never know what you're going to get with this. It's also, they think, somewhat of a mental disorder, something traumatic that usually happens early in her life or their lives. People who have this, they think there's no cure for it. So she has struggled with this her whole life. This is another thing that falls under the caregiving. That's why I'm putting this in this video with the caregiving about my mother, because Kaylee has I've had to take her out of school 2 different times now because she got bullied so bad in school by peers, by teachers, some, and they just want it to stop. I get it that it's a distraction in class, throwing up all the time, having to get up and go to the bathroom every little bit, but she's sick. She can't help it. I've had doctors from Atlanta, specialists, write letters to the schools explaining this. They don't care. They want it to stop. So I've had to take her out of school twice and try my best to homeschool her. With the autism and the ADHD, it does not work. Let me tell you, it hasn't worked. So she sees specialists all the time. We're always in hospitals. We're always going to doctors. She's always on medications. She also has hallucinations. This is from the PTSD. She sees very scary things. She goes through a lot of anxiety, and then it's like a vicious cycle. She throws up because she eats or drinks. She gets nervous about something, she throws up more. She gets upset because she's upset because she throws up, because it's just endless cycle. It never stops. So this is just another thing that I wanted to put into my caregiving videos, is a lot of times there's not just one person you're taking care of. Sometimes there's 2 or 3. Like I said, I have 2 other granddaughters that have legal custody of them, and there's things that go on with them that we have a lot of things going on in this house. These are just 2 of the people, my mother and Kay, that we have a lot of issues going on. So trying to get Kaylee Social Security to take care of the things that she needs, keeping her on medications for her psychosis, which the medication for that psychosis causes a whole slew of side effects, and they're not good. Not good at all. But the other day I asked her, because she had been off the medication because the side effects got so bad, and we had to get her back on it. And I just asked her the other day, I said, is it worth being on the medication with the side effects to not have the psychosis of seeing these things? And she said, absolutely. Because she can't sleep if she has the psychosis, seeing these things all over the place. So she stays up because she's scared. And when she stays up, like my mother and her dementia, not sleeping, that causes a whole slew of other problems. So she said, of course she would rather be on the medication, even though it's got bad side effects, than to see these things and did not sleep. At least this way she sleeps, but now she sleeps way too much. So it's a lot of stress for her. I just can't imagine how much stress she's under. I can only imagine. I've watched it for years, and all I can do is take her to the doctor, take her to her psychiatrist, get her on medications, watch her, do everything I can, try to get her in school. And I know people are going to have this thing about IEPs and 504s. Yeah, they don't want to do that, but we're still fighting about that anyway. It's another story for another day. But anyway, so my story today is, when you have one person you're caring for, you have 2 or 3, you still need to take care of yourself. And that is a tough, tough place to be. And handling it all is very hard. Even on a good day, it's hard. And I know, and for you who have already reached out to me about this stuff, I feel for you. My heart goes out to you, the ones who are taking care of somebody else, because I know how hard it is for me. So, just know that you're doing a good job. You're doing the best you can. If you're doing it at all, you're doing a good job, because, I was telling someone today, there are so many people who just go, well, they're not well, I'm putting them in a nursing home and they can take care of them. I'm not that person. I'm not going to do that. There may come a day when I have to, but today's not the day. So if you're taking care of someone, just know that God bless you. You're doing the good job. You're doing the best you can. It's hard. You'll have good days. You'll have bad days. You'll have days where you want to cry all day. But you'll get through it. We'll all get through this together. And I'm so glad that we have this format here to share our stories and hopefully help each other through these things and give each other advice. And we'll get through it. It'll all be good. And someday maybe we'll have somebody take care of us when we're old. But anyway, I'm so glad for all you who have started watching my videos with me and chatting with me. It really helps me, and I hope that it helps you too. And we'll close it out for today, but just leave a comment and leave a thought, leave a question, leave whatever you want. Leave a thumbs up. I love you, and I hope you have a blessed night.